The greatest source of entertainment is coming straight out of your own neighborhoods. This is Residential Raw Talent. This program reflects the works and attitudes of local artists. I'm Galen Thomas. Enjoy the show.
Act 3. As you've heard in these stories, these people have gone through hell. They survived their struggles with the help of their faith, whether it be newfound or renewed, counseling, and the guidance of others who have gone through similar and equally tragic circumstances. All have fought to get back their lives just to try to be normal again. Act 3 concludes the therapy session. The final stories will be that of Bianca, a young girl who has been bullied, Gary, who is dealing with being gay, and Ada, who has contracted AIDS. So sit back, relax, and try not to be moved as we bring you the conclusion of our play, I Belong to God.
All right, Bianca, would you like to share your story with us now?
Hi, my name is Bianca. And I was bullied in school from the age of 13 until about 16 years of age. And the crazy thing was, I wasn't bullied by the kids that I didn't know. I was bullied by the ones I considered to be my friends since childhood. Every day I would run home in tears because of the things they would say about me. They would say things like I had a deformed body and there was nothing flattering about me at all. None of the boys wanted to be with me because they said I had a big nose, because I was physically ugly, matter of fact, with my big nose, my eyes that weren't the same on each side, and I had the biggest ears out of anybody in school, including the boys. My hair was too nappy and short, and I had a face that none of the makeup in the world could fix. I ran home in tears every day. My mother would ask me what was wrong, and I would lie and say it was that time of the month where I had cramps or I had fallen. It was starting to become too much. So I would try to think of things that I could do to end all of it, but I couldn't think of anything. But one day, while in my mother's room being nosy, I noticed a bottle of sleeping pills on her nightstand. And I heard that if you wanted to die, sleeping was the less painfulest way to go. So I took the whole bottle. It was like 10 pills, you know. My mom found me passed out in the middle of my bedroom floor. I was taken to the hospital where I was tended to and I was rescued from death's door. I was given a psychiatric evaluation and I was put in a facility on suicide watch for a while. It took me a whole year to get back to being normal. Now, all I want to do is continue to become as beautiful as they think they are. But I've learned that a woman really can't be beautiful on the outside if they're so ugly on the inside. I'm here today to tell my story in hopes that it can help someone who has also suffered the horrors of bullying as I did. You can be healed. Never give up hope. You don't belong to them. You belong to you, and you also belong to God. That's right.
For telling and sharing your story, because there has been so many boys and girls who have died because of bullying. And at this point in life, we don't know who the next child will be. But I want you to know that God loves you and you continue to tell your story. Continue on.
Thank you. I am one of the lucky and blessed ones, and I thank God each and every day for helping me during my desperate times.
Ada, how you doing over there? Are you ready to tell your story now?
I don't think so, at least right now.
Why not, Ada?
You know what? Let this gay boy next to me tell his story. Hey, Mr. Gay boy, why don't you tell your story?
Thank you, Ada. But telling your story might help you solve some of your problems. It might help you get a better understanding of what you're going through.
I said not now.
Ooh, don't even act like that.
We're going to get some of
Hey y'all, my name is Gary, and I'm finally behind the club and proud to admit it. than I am. The first time I remember thinking I was gay was in junior high school. I would always hang out with the girls. I liked the way they talked to each other. I'd be doing them in sewing classes every year. I was obsessed with dresses. It began when my mother, who was a seamstress, would put me in the dresses to adjust them. The way the material felt against my skin, I loved it. Although I don't blame her for how it turned out, I wish she hadn't done that. Growing up, my older brother, he hated me. He would call me names like faggot or sissy. That was his favorite.
No, he did.
As I got older, I tried to be the brother he wanted me to be, but I wanted to be his sister. So, in order to convince him and everyone else in my life that I was straight and not gay, I got married when I was just 23 years old. She came into my life at a time when I needed somebody to help me feel like I was straight and not gay. My wife and I were married for almost 7 years. And at first, it was wedded bliss. We were perfect for each other, or so it seemed.
But you're gay.
The deeper and deeper we dove into each other, the more I realized that our happiness wasn't real. That it was all a lie.
So, Gary, when did you decide to come out the closet? Was it after your divorce or when she left you?
It was before she divorced me. She had found out that I liked to cross-dress. Pantyhose are my favorite piece of women's clothing. I had at least 100 pairs in a suitcase, along with some other items of women's clothing and 2 water-filled balloons I would use to stuff the girls. I'd come home from work one night and I'd found a suitcase sitting on the trash next to the dumpster. So, I had come home from work early because I thought what we needed was some TLC. Because honestly, we hadn't had sex in a while. And I thought this is what we needed. I walked up to the driveway, I had some flowers and some candies. And I caught a glimpse of her through the kitchen window with one of the women from her book club.
Uh-oh.
Talk about desperate housewives, huh? I was angry and outraged, but relieved at the thought that at least I don't have to have sex with her now. So, I walked back to my car, angry. And I thought, well,
What were you doing?
What did the brother say?
it wasn't until 10 years later that I talked to him again. It was at my mother's funeral. And then right after the funeral, it was back to, I don't know you and I'll never know you as long as you said that you're gay. He said to me that the Bible says to lie with mankind is death. And I said I had also read that passage. And I thought it meant death to the human race because 2 men can't reproduce and 2 women can't reproduce. But there are millions of children out there who straight parents didn't want them. All right? So I thought we could always adopt.
Now, Ada, before time runs out, would you like to share your story with us?
Come on. Yeah, Ada. Come on.
No one and nothing can help me because the only thing that I'm waiting for is death. Yeah, I know, y'all. She's been coughing and she's sick. Well, my name's Ada. I have AIDS.
Oh.
I don't have long on this earth. So before I go, I'd like to leave the young people out there with a message who thinks it's okay to be promiscuous and careless with your body. It's not worth it. It's not worth it just to flaunt yourself with all these guys. You may not believe this, but me, myself, I had sex with 10 men in one night. Whoa. It wore me out physically, but I had a blast. But I have to pay the ultimate price for my fantasy now because, well, I was young and dumb and didn't use a condom. That was my biggest mistake. I didn't use a condom. And now, I'm like this. Is it worth it? No? And you know, I have no one to blame because it was all my fault. It was all my fault. It just makes me think about how dumb I really could have been because I just wanted to fulfill a fantasy. And now I have to pay the ultimate price for that fantasy. So listen to me when I say that if you're young and you find someone that you love and the subject of sex comes up, use a condom. It might not be that one time that you get pregnant, but it could be that one time that you get AIDS. And the crazy thing is, they tried to prolong my life as much as they could. But by the time I started taking my meds, it was already too late. And now I'm like this. I'm not even 24 years old. And I'm like this. I'm getting sick. I need to return to the hospital. I was given to you for just a little while. I brought you joy, sometimes sadness, much love, and many, many smiles. I know you're going to miss me, but that's only for a while. Because soon, one of these mornings, we'll be standing side by side. For like the flowers that bloom in early spring and in winter surely die, those flowers belong to God, and thank God, so do I. For the sun that rises early in the morning sky. That was my favorite thing to watch. And then the sunset is surely that size. That sun belongs to God, and thank God, so do I. For the trees that stand tall, reaching mighty toward the sky. For those trees belong to God, thank God, so do I. We all must go home when He calls us home, for the home He keeps on high. So to you, my family and my friends, goodbye. For thank God you all belong to Jesus. And thank God, so do I.
I pray that these sessions help some or all of you go back into society with a better understanding of who you are. That you are beautiful human beings who are needed in this world. And by being here today, you're showing that you care and that you want to lead a normal life and you can help others.
Try to remember that no matter how bad off you are, there is always someone worse off than you. Ada has gone home to be with God, and at such a young age. But she left us with these words of wisdom. No matter what your faults or how many mistakes you make, we all belong to God. And God is still on the throne. Never give up on God.
Let me show your appreciation one more time for all of our actions. This concludes our play tonight. We hope you enjoyed it and taken something from it. This play was not written in chambers of beliefs about religion, their beliefs, but they in God or some higher power. They are beautiful in their own right. Living in something more powerful than yourself and you or someone you know or love to survive these very challenging times.
We live in a world with so much in it. People from every walk of life. Some who have faith and strive to win it. Others get lost in stress and strife. The ones who endure see the glory, and those who lose hope slip into shame. Forever it seems to end the story. A journey of joy, a path of pain. Yes, I'm the one that's so resistant. I float on the edge of life's mirage. So foolish and blind with my existence. But even I belong to God. Some will embrace the morning sunrise and capture the wonder it displays. Others know clear signs and details and think that life is just for play. Oh, I'm that one that's so state. I float on the edge of life's mirage. Foolish and blind is my existence. But even I belong to God. Yes, I'm the one that's so resistant. I float on the edge of life's mirage. So foolish and blind with my existence. Oh, but even I belong to God. The weak and the strong belong to God. The right and the wrong belong to God. And even I belong to God. Thank you so much.
RRT is meant to be a door for new and upcoming talent and a vehicle for existing talent. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Let us know if you want to be a part of the show. We hope that you've enjoyed this edition. We thank you for watching. And as always, we look forward to seeing you next time on Residential Raw Talent.